National Bullying Prevention Month. It was a campaign that started as an awareness week back in 2006 by Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center. The campaign is held during the month of October and unites communities nationwide to educate and raise awareness of bullying prevention.
And many groups around the country do their part to keep kids safe and get this message out, including Weapon Brand. We want to welcome back to the show Jamie Anderson and Brian Anderson Needham. So, hi guys, how y'all doing?
Hey. Good to be back.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. So last time you were on the show, you were teaching us how to protect ourselves physically, but you guys do more than that. Can you kind of explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, so obviously with any kind of situation, we try to recognize the situation, then avoid it. And what we do with bullying actually specifically is how to teach those de-escalation techniques. So how to de-escalate a possible situation, report it, and then obviously if they have to protect themselves, then that too.
So what are some ways that kids can de-escalate situations?
Knowing the situation, once they recognize that they're in that kind of a situation, using their hands as a defensive posture, that sends a signal not only to the possible bully, but people surrounding them as well. Talking low and slow, trying to almost flip the situation on, what is it that why are you doing this? Is there something I can help you with to make you? A lot of times it's because of insecurities. So once you get to the root of that problem, which is potentially an insecurity from that bully, and they see that it can be flipped, that's going to help that situation.
And Jamie, what can parents do at home if they suspect something's going on with their child?
Obviously, talking to your children, having an open line of communication about what's going on at school or what's going on outside of school. How are you feeling? What was the rose or what was the thorn of your day? And that will bring up a lot of talking points that sometimes the kids will open up to you. And as a parent, obviously, you have to advocate for your child. So
I love that, the rose and the thorn of your day. That's beautiful, yeah.
Now, Jamie, we were talking earlier about this system and kind of learning self-defense can also help the bully in many ways. Can you kind of talk about that, explain what you were explaining to me earlier? Yeah,
well, like Brian had mentioned, a lot of times bullying comes from an insecurity that bully has. So if you as a parent or a teacher or an administrator can get to the root of why they're bullying and not just the fact that they're bullying, that will help not only the bully to stop bullying, but all the kids around them to stop being bullied. So, it's confidence, and what we find is students who are taking self-defense classes or martial arts classes, they have that confidence. They walk out of those classes differently than what they walked in. And if you can instill confidence in a kid, they're less likely to be bullied or to be a bully.
Right. So you were talking about that with the kids. Like you're not promoting people to get into fights, right? Sometimes you have to defend yourself, of course, but you work with these kids and you see that turnaround in them and their presence, right? And how they're carrying themselves, just knowing what to do, yes?
Yeah.
When they have that knowledge, they have a different aura about themselves. They don't even realize it, and it's not even just kids, bullying happens in the workplace. Bullying happens, with families. So, and we see it with everybody. Once they have that knowledge, once they have that skill, that chin up, chest up, they just walk a little bit different, become a harder target.
So how can parents get their kids involved? Do you have classes? Is it one-on-one? How does that work?
Yeah, well, obviously call your local martial arts studio or call Weapon Brand, and we can teach them self-defense, which builds their confidence. Even if they're not being bullied, a child who is trained in martial arts or self-defense overall can be a little bit more on it, successful, on top of things in life. So
we're seeing some pictures and videos of the kids doing some things that Janelle and I learned the last time that you were here. And one thing that comes to my mind is just the importance of kids being able to protect themselves when they're out and about in the world, right? They have some people out there who wish to do harm to your children, and so this is another way for them to protect themselves when they're not with you. Do you find that groups bring you in to teach kids about how to protect themselves against perpetrators?
Yeah, especially, we do a lot of stuff on the corporate level. So even, when we have corporations or businesses that contact us to do these types of trainings, it trickles down. So, they're able to teach their kids then, because what we teach isn't just self-defense, it's self-protection, being able to see those signs, those universal behavioral characteristics of a possible bully, bad guy, and then act on it, be able to avoid it. So just a trickle-down effect. Business calls us, then they go back to their family goes back to their kids.
Everyone learns,
Everybody learns.
right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. Great tips this morning.
welcome.
You can check them out by going to their website, which is weaponbrand.com.
Natasha? Is that how you